Hello. You're not the only one sleepy. I'm sleepy too. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh. Was it last Friday I streamed, or was it last Thursday? I can't remember because I started having like internet problems. But hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I just wanted to start off with saying that I think from now on, I will not, blah, blah. It's not that I'm never, but I don't think I'm going to be the lazy villainess anymore. I'm going to be Lian, the fruit vendor, the fruit dealer. Feeling warm now? Yeah, a little too warm now. Oh, hi, Ignacio! Long time no see. Hello, hello. Actually, I guess long time no see to everyone. Hello. Okay, so how did I become a fruit vendor? Was this something planned? No, it was not. So, you know the app, the grocery app I was telling you about, the reason why I kept on buying pounds and pounds of lychee. And for those who are so triggered by the word lychee, I shall be kind today and say lychee. So that app had a sale. And I was being particularly vulnerable to retail therapy and to food and to fruits. And yes, we are starting stream by talking about food again. The fruit vendor arc has come. Hello, yes. Did you realize, did you know that joining me, the lazy villainess who isekai to this cafe, that I will one day become a fruit vendor, because I did not see this coming. So with this big sale, I ended up with a lot of coconuts, a lot of mangoes, and a lot of dragon fruit. Because when the mangoes were on sale, and let me preface this with, I bought a little box of 6 mangoes like a month or 2 ago, and I could not finish it. I think I only ate like 4 or 5 of them, or like I gave one to my mom, so I couldn't finish it. The last one went bad, I had to toss it out. So the mangoes, when the box went on sale, it said anywhere between like 10, 12 to like 20 mangoes. But you know how usually when they try to sell you stuff, they're like, oh, you can get 20 of something, but like chances are you don't. And it's true, I didn't get 20 mangoes. I got 18. I got 18 mangoes, 9 coconuts, and like 12 dragon fruit? Or was it 9? I think it was 12. And so, oh, and then I also went to Costco and bought a watermelon. Would anyone like some fruit? Yeah, I got dragon fruit. And I got, oh my gosh. So I know that's one of your favorite fruits, and for those who I don't know your favorite fruits yet, let me know. Because I'm a big fruit person, if you can't tell. Because like I love me some watermelon, I love me some lychees. And when it comes to dragon fruit, the last time I had a really good dragon fruit was when I was in Vietnam last year. And I'm like, oh, it's a tropical fruit. I was in a tropical area, so that makes sense. Tell me why when I bought these yellow, and it wasn't like the red one, because sometimes people say the red ones are the most juicy and the most like sweet ones. I got the yellow ones because it was on sale. And tell me why that was it continues to be like the yummiest dragon fruit I've ever had. Like it has a tang to it, and it's sweet, and like the crunch of the seeds, it's so yummy. Let me just slide in there and snatch some. You can take as many as you want. I have too many. Actually, wait, no. I'm down to 1, but I've been eating like anywhere between 1 to 3 dragon fruits a day. Do you know how much fiber is in them? So I told my friend who had just come back from Bali, which is like a tropical area. I'm like, hey, so do you like dragon fruit? She's like, oh, because like most people have only had like kind of like meh tasting dragon fruit, but I'm like, no, this one's good. So I cut it up, brought it into work for her the next day, and she's like, this is the best dragon fruit I've ever tasted. We can share the last dragon fruit. I can take 99, you can take 1. Honestly, you can take 100%. I've had like 8 dragon fruits in the past like 3 or 4 days. You can take the last one. And then for the mangoes, they started to ripen all at the same time, and like I can't eat 18 mangoes at once. And my friend was like, oh, you know, mangoes are really good frozen, but like it's so much better when it's fresh, right? So she got 2 mangoes, and one of the other ladies at work got 2 mangoes too. So I used to be the skincare dealer at work. No, I am now becoming the fruit dealer. So jealous. I've only had apricots, apples, and kiwi. Really? We need to stock up some fruit in the cafe then, cause I love me some, especially when it is summer and it's so like whatever summer that you end up having, whether it is like a hot and humid, sticky type of summer or a dry and like super super hot summer, like fruit is just so refreshing and it just hits different this time of year. You know what I mean? And then like you can always make juice of it too. So I bought a watermelon. Do you guys have like a good trick to buy watermelons? So for me, what I've done that sometimes work, like maybe like 70% of the time works, is finding like a yellow spot, because I guess like that yellow spot, and if it is yellow instead of being white, what it means is that it was able to, I think, ripen, like sit on the same spot and ripen on the vine for a little longer. Go based off of smell. My nose don't be working very well. I'm bad at buying fruit, so I just buy bananas. Just bananas. I'm trying to think of a fruit that you don't really have to be picky choosy about. I mean, like for apples, I feel like Honeycrisp is usually pretty good. Like I don't have to be like too picky choosy about it. But I guess for most fruit, I guess kiwis too. Kiwis I think are easy. Like you just, or like clementines, like the little cuties. I feel like those are pretty easy too. I completely lost my train of thought after you said bananas. My mind went bananas too. Oh, watermelon. So when I get the yellow ones, generally it's pretty juicy, and like pretty like on the sweeter side. But then some people have told me about like the sugar lines, or like the certain like lines on it, or like if the green or the white part of the lines is a certain shape, then it means a certain thing. But I could never go based off of that. I feel like it's so hit or miss when I use those type of tricks. Unfortunately, my nose is way too strong and reliably help you out. That's true. Your nose is really strong, huh? I am the type that won't notice anything until like someone's like, "Do you smell that?" And I'm like, wait a minute. I can now imagine that smell. I think I can smell what you're smelling. And so I've been blessed with not a really great nose. Because I feel like everyone who has been blessed / cursed with a really good sense of smell, I feel like you guys suffer from it more than anyone else. So I no longer am going to talk about skincare. I will apparently only talk about fruit and give out fruit. It's so funny when my friend, before she went to her big trip, I ended up like gifting her some sunscreens, because like there's this I know Beauty of Joseon is not very popular over in Korea, but at least for here in the States, it's quite popular. And the blue one, I haven't tried the pink one yet. I've tried the original one and the blue one. And obviously, like if you buy this off of like American websites, you might get the American version, so it might be different compared to the one I'm using. But the blue one is really, really nice. And so I gifted her one. I gave her a little sample. She liked it, and so I gifted it to her because the texture was really nice, and she was going to really humid places. You like skincare? Me too. I am such a skincare nerd. There's like this person on like, I guess like on social media. Oh my gosh, she has something like Muffin in her name. She is a cosmetic chemist. I think she has a PhD in that. And I love watching her stuff. SPF all day. Yeah, all day, every day. Skincare is vital for looking good and staying healthy, right? And like for people who judge others for using SPF because, you know, of the anti-aging benefits, don't judge. Skin cancer is a thing. You don't want skin cancer, so SPF is super uber important. And even when you're inside, especially if you're exposed to like a lot of windows, unless they are like treated to like block out UV rays, you use skincare. You use SPF all day, every day. Like whenever, sometimes when I work, if it's busy enough, like it has been, I don't see the sun. I'll become a vampire, and even then, I use my SPF, I use my sunscreen. she's like Australian, right? Yeah. Or at least I'm pretty sure her accent is. I love how she actually uses like true science in like explaining things, and she doesn't just look at research, like she looks at it in a scientific lens, you know? Like she's trying, she really dives deep into it, well, oh my gosh, when you look at journals that way, oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, it's not like a journal party. I can't remember what it's called, but like she does that, and I appreciate that so much, so I can turn off my brain and just enjoy it. So it's really great. Stop all the judgment you want. I'm over here 1,000 years old, more than 1,000 years old, and told I look under 20. Medical journal, yeah. But like oh my gosh, it's like when you do the journal reviews, there's a word for it when like a bunch of people come together and then they discuss it and they talk about the significance of it. There's a word for it, and it's not in my brain right now. I feel like whenever I stream, English goes out the door and I can't remember anything. It's not a journal party. Oh my gosh, what's it called? It will come back to me sometime either later this stream, or I'm gonna just randomly like tweet out 2 words and you'll know why. Peer-reviewed study. No, so they are peer-reviewed, but there is a specific word for it. Journal club. Like she essentially does a journal club for it, and I appreciate the heck out of that, because like who wants to look at graphs all day? And then see, ooh, is that truly of significance? Did the journal actually reach any cool significance, or are they just making it up? Are those people actually trustworthy? And so I really like watching her. And I think she just had something about whatchamacallit, about stick sunscreens. And like I've tried stick sunscreens before, but it feels like I put a vat of oil on my face using a glue stick. So like other than like, unless like I'm out on the beach or something, and then like the whatchamacallit, the beach water like dries out my skin, and like just washes away all of my sunscreen moisturizer, like I can't think of any other reason, because it feels too icky. So I go to her. I like going to her, because sometimes even with dermatologists, I feel like, or like medical influencers, I feel like you also have to have like you have to see if they are actually trustworthy, you know, especially if they end up getting a lot of sponsors. And I know there's been a lot of like drama on that recently about one of the medical influencers, but I'm not gonna go too much into that. But going back to food, because I got a new obsession. I went to Costco and they had these chips, and I had it maybe a couple years ago, and then I forgot about the existence. They're these kettle chips that are spicy dill flavored, and it packs a punch. A bunch? No, a punch. Oh my god. It packs a punch. TikTokers can't lie, right? Because they're legally bound to say the truth and always the truth. And so I started eating these chips, and like at work sometimes, is there a good word for it? You know how when your mouth gets bored? And it's not just like you are bored, but your mouth feels kind of bored. So you just want to eat something. So like these chips are such like a punch to the mouth. Like it wakes you up with like the sourness and the spiciness and the saltiness. It's so good. It's like a spicy pickle, but in a chip form. Yeah? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I was nomming on those. One of the ladies at work, so you know how I told you guys my friend has been gone for a little while? She's been gone for like a few weeks on vacation. And so she is usually a brighter person, or she brings out the brightness in me. And I am maybe a little on the more chipper side when she is around. Because both of her and I, we are on the more positive side of things. Like obviously we're gonna complain at work, because like who doesn't complain at work? But we are still on the more positive side versus some of the other ladies in the office. They are not the most positive of people. It's like a lady walks out of the office and then another lady goes, oh my gosh, I've heard of the same conversation she's had for the 10th time. If she tells someone else that same story again, I'm gonna lose it. I want to take weeks of vacation instead of getting weeks of training soon. Training? What type of training? More training? You've been at this job for a while, no? Yeah, no, and actually, I'm gonna have a few weeks of vacation coming off soon too. But I'll talk about that later when the time comes sooner. And so I guess I have been a little bit more mellow at work with my friend gone, and my friend is back, and I've missed her. When I see her, I'm like, oh my god, you're back! I want to hear all about it. Show me the pictures. Tell me the favorite thing that you ate. Like, I want to hear stories. I want to hear everything. So I'm being very chipper. Not hyper per se, but like I'm just being happy. 6 weeks of training around the country. I mean, like when you do that, do you get to do you have some free time? Can you do a little bit of exploring on your own, or is it like 18 hours of training, you sleep, and then you go back to work type of training? Cause otherwise, if you can do a little bit of exploring, that'd be kind of fun. Although that does sound really tiring. That sounds really tiring actually. So with the older lady, she's been seeing me kind of more tame the past few weeks, and so when my friend came back and I became all chipper again, she's just like, Lean's all happy now that her friend is back. I guess she doesn't love me as much. So in the beginning, I thought she was just joking around, but I think by the 5th time she made a comment on that. I think my friend is like, I don't think she's joking. I actually think she's jealous. I think she's a little upset that you're so happy that I'm back and that you're so different now that I'm back. Depends on how things settle, but there should be at least 2 days out per week to travel, hit the beach or something. You're gonna be close to the... Oh, SPF please. SPF please, and please reapply. I don't care if it's hard for you to burn. I don't care. SPF. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know if she's that jealous. I ate one of those chips, and it's a kettle chip, so it went crunch. And she turned around, that lady turned around and went, oh my god. And the only thing that had changed, the only thing that could have elicited that reaction that I could think of was that really loud crunch coming from my mouth. And I was like, was it me? So then, like, mid-crunch, I stopped chewing and I slowly turned around. Oh, hello, Nessa! Oh, thank you. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good night, too. Kettle chips are great, right? And so I slowly turned around and went, huh? She's like, could you eat that chip any louder? I'm like, I can't help it. So then I felt kind of bad. She was half joking, but I think she was also half serious. And so I just ate a couple more and then tucked it away. But then the next day I was so hungry. I was so hungry that morning, and like I usually nowadays I've been like straying away from it a little more, so I haven't been doing much of intermittent fasting. Dang was right. My heart jumped out of my throat, jumped into my throat, out of my throat, into my mouth, out of my mouth. My heart was gone. And so, see, the slow turnaround could be either a horsing or a cute chip. You see, it was a horsing right then and there. Okay. Cause she's essentially like the mama of the office. You don't piss off your mama. Whether it's office mama or mama, you don't scare off that. Oh my gosh, why do you keep on saying scare? You don't piss off that person. So yeah, and she was kind of laughing about it, but I think she was kind of serious. I think she was just trying to like laugh it off. But the next day I was so hungry, so like I tried to let my I put it in my mouth. I tried to not soak the chip, but like moisten it up a little bit before I have the first initial crunch into it. I wonder if she noticed that I was eating chips weirdly, but like I was too scared. I was too scared to eat it. But yeah, it's hard to be like super chipper though in the office when everyone's just complaining about one another and like tensions are high. So it was nice to have my friend back. But not just negativity in the office. Exactly, it was being super cold. The first day back into the office, I almost always have 3 layers on. Like I'll wear 2 layers to work because like it's always like everywhere at work is on the chillier side. So it's not like 2 thick layers, but it's still 2 layers in summer. But it's been cold, so I also would bring a jacket along. And so walking into work, I'd have my jacket on my just like on my arm. But by the time I get into my office, even if I'm not cold yet, I'll preemptively put on that jacket. So I put on the jacket, and I was so cold. I was freezing. I was freezing my butt off. I was freezing my fingers off. Like I literally could barely type. Or like I couldn't tell what I was typing because my fingers were so cold. And no custom fitted gloves, so they let you clickety clack without interference. Exactly. And like the last time I had to use gloves was what, 2-3 years ago when I went, well, okay. My friends went skiing. I stayed in the cabin. There was supposed to be a whatchamacallit, a little like sled area, but they couldn't find it. And I wasn't about to go exercise in a slippery place. And so I stayed back behind in the cabin in front of the fireplace and I was reading because your girl be lazy. So the last time I've had gloves, like that I brought gloves was then. And honestly, I don't know if I still have it. It might be like underneath like my pile of like mismatched socks in my drawer, but like I don't know where it is. And I think I know where my my snow gloves are, like, you know, the padded, like the thick ones. I kind of know where those are, but I can't type at all with those. Like there's no way I could type. And so that was my first day, and like I kept on having to walk outside to defrost in like either triple degree weather or like close to triple degree weather. I would have to walk outside in 3 layers to defrost, because you know when you're cold and it's the type of cold that seeps into your bones. Like it's not just a superficial cold, but your bone marrow has become frozen. That type of cold. And then you have to thaw out your bone marrow to remotely feel warm again. Yeah, no, that was the type of cold I had. And so I would have to stand outside in my 3 layers. And then after 10 minutes, then slowly walk back inside. Oh, poor Miss Leanne, temperature must suck. It was. And so the second day, I had my 3 layers on. I brought in my winter jacket, and one of the ladies brought in a little space heater, which we're gonna keep shush about because the office people will get us in trouble, because apparently we're not supposed to have little personal space heaters. But it's been so cold, and we've called maintenance. We've put in maintenance orders so many times, and it's still so cold. So yeah, so sometimes even with the space heater on, I have my winter coat on. Luckily, I am starting to feel my fingers. I think I'm starting to get a little acclimated to it, so I can kind of feel my fingers. Space heater, never heard of her, never happened in office. Exactly. It doesn't exist. It's not a space heater, it's a speaker. Music comes out of it, like white noise music that goes zzzz. And that is the only way we have stayed alive. And so that office lady, the one that kind of told me off for eating loud chips, she had she has a lot of friends around the office, and so they all work in like different like office rooms, different areas of the building. And so they'll sometimes come and visit her, and they'll see the rest of us in the office all with our winter coats. Oh, and also a couple of them brought in their blankets, not like a thin blanket, but like a thick blanket. And so I didn't want to bring in my blanket though, because like I feel like once it comes into work, it becomes a work blanket or a work whatever. Like, it feels icky afterwards. And so it's only a work shoe, a work blanket, a work jacket. Like, I don't want to use it anywhere else. And so I haven't brought in a blanket, but the retail therapy itch has been scratching at me, or I have been scratching at it. So I'm like, maybe on my week off, I'll go and buy myself a blanket. I understand you completely about which part, scratching the retail therapy itch. Because when it comes to shopping, I do like doing online shopping just because I don't like leaving my apartment and like having it shipped straight to me is just so nice. But when it comes to blankets, I want a plush, soft blanket. You know, the one that you can just like sink into if you lay on it and like just like wrapped up in it, all nice, warm, and cozy. Bringing things to work corrupts them as work things, right? And then like you only associate it to work. It's like work dirty, you know? And then whenever you see it, whenever you touch it, it sucks out the happiness. It sucks out all the happiness that you have. It's like it becomes a dementor. And so I need a dedicated work blanket. So I think on my my easy week, I might text that lady to see if it's still like crazy cold inside the office. And if it is, I might go and buy a cute blanket. We were all talking about maybe we should get like a snuggie or like a matching snuggie. But the thing is that those are so long and like office floors are so dirty. And so like I can't imagine dragging that around. Ooh, also, who here, whether you're in chat or if you're watching this later, who here does not take off their shoes when they enter their home? Who walks with their street shoes in their homes? I need to know. Who climbs into bed with either A, street clothes that actually like you actually left your house, your apartment, who actually wears their street clothes into bed, who actually wears their shoes into bed? I need to know. I'll block you. I'm gonna time you out. I ban you. Or at least coming into our cafe here, the shoes come off. Socks can stay on. Shoes come off, and your feet better not be smelly. Cause like floors are so gross. Like you don't know what's out there, and then you track it into your home, and then you're barefoot, and then it goes into your bed, and what are those eyes? What are those eyes? Sin, Ignacio, huh? In my defense, I travel constantly. So you do. Ignacio, does that mean that you do too? Judgment! So much judgment! I don't care if you travel, you can have home slippers. If you're at a hotel, they provide slippers too. Cause I wear slippers at home. I can't believe you guys. I can't believe you guys. No, I'm clean, I swear. Then tell me, do you or do you not wear your outside shoes inside? What hotels are you going to? What do you mean? All the hotels I've been to provide slippers. Like they might not, like I think back then, back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, I think back then they always had slippers in like the little like closet area. But nowadays, because I think most people don't actually use them or like they take them home. So usually I just call up concierge. I'm like, hey, can you deliver a couple of slippers up to the hotel room? And they do it, and it's free of charge. Like it's one of those like free amenities. I've never gotten slippers at a hotel. It's not like a swanky hotel things. I've been to like, okay, maybe it was like at minimum like a 3-star hotel, but like they still have slippers. But I haven't been to a motel, so I can't say for motels, but for hotels, I'm pretty sure if you called concierge, they can give you some slippers for free. It's free. It's free. So yeah, I would not be barefoot in a hotel room, cause even if they vacuum, I don't trust it. And so slippers are the way to go. See, the gov gives us low-tier hotels and hostels. I didn't know the US had hostels. I know like when like my sister traveled to Europe and I've seen like some travel vlogs going to Asia, I've seen people like have hostels there, but I didn't realize the US, like where are they hostels? Oh hello, I don't think I've seen you before. Is it Sally? Hello, welcome to our cafe. And so I wait, Ignacio, you never responded. Do you wear shoes into your home? Do you track the dirt outside, inside? Okay, fine. I won't judge as much. I guess I'll try to be a little lenient. But if you wear shoes onto your bed, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be so judgy. Okay, my name is, oh my goodness. Savior Wayne Staley? Savior? Okay, I will try to remember that. Am I saying it that? Savior? Almost like Xavier, like the X, but with an ST, right? Savior? If I'm wrong, correct me, let me know. So that is the long reason why I don't want a Snuggie. I'm short to begin with, and like these Snuggies look so long, like there's no way it would not drag on the floor, and I just wouldn't want it to touch me like at all. But we have been trying to spruce up our office because it's so bad. Like the stuff that's issued out to us is so ugly. I live in windy desert. It's gonna get sand inside and sharp things, so you'll be getting stabbed without something tough on your feet. Slippers! You can have slippers. There are rubber-soled slippers for your home. And they're comfy too. There are options, okay? Well, I don't wear shoes inside usually, so I get stabbed constantly. So wear slippers. Anywho, about trying to make my office more zen. So we're trying to make our office a little homier, just because we spent so much time. Oh my gosh, the other day I worked like 13 hours and the next day I worked like 14 hours. I was so dead. So we the very outspoken lady, she hates phosphorescent lights, like, you know, like the classic lights that you have in offices. Oh my gosh. Who are those people? And so I see, oh my gosh, what was I trying to say? Make your office more zen? No, zen. I know you heard me. Just grab a cutout of me and slap it in the corner. I don't know if the office ladies will agree. But the more outspoken lady in the office, the mama bear. So you know what? I'm just gonna call her the mama of the office. So she has this thing against the phosphorescent lights. Like it gives her a headache. So we are not allowed to turn it on. We are only allowed to use natural lighting. But the thing is that sometimes if it's bad and rainy, and if it's a really, really cloudy day outside, we are not allowed, or we can't see. We're still not allowed to use the overhead lights. But then we can't see it. So she brought in this lamp, and so it's like a soft yellow glow in the office, and it's dark, and all of us just wants to sleep. And we have our blanket. Well, some of us have blankets now, and I have my winter jacket on. And my friend brought in this little diffuser. I can't remember what it's called. The Cintas. I think it's like Neroli. Neroli. As is yours. Well, I don't think I know what. What's sparking? What? Huh? I think I need an explanation. And so we ended up what was it? Making it very cozy. I'm gonna bring in some twinkle lights. I have these like cherry blossom lights, and so I was gonna hook them up in my cubicle. And I got this new what was that? Hand cream, because I think I told you guys before that I really like scents. I really love like perfumes and whatnot. Not the slap your face, you know, type of perfume, but like a light scents, a spa scents. And so the one I have is Salt and Stone. I think it's like the Hinoki and Bergamot one. I don't know if that one's my favorite, but it does kind of remind me of a spa. I do like K-pop. I don't know if I know of that band though. I used to like K-pop a lot more around like 5 to 10 years ago, and now it's just like when I press play on whatever song that pops up on my feed first, and whatever YouTube wants to randomly play afterwards, then it does. But that's it. I don't follow as neurotically as maybe I had once. Honestly, and it wasn't even me being neurotic. I think it was my sister that was being neurotic, and then she would just end up, you know, giving me updates about like, did you know this band's member did XYZ? So not a huge fan anymore. But anyways, I because I wanted to do retail therapy. And it doesn't help that the lady in the office was also doing retail therapy. I'm like, maybe I buy other hand cream, because I had one that was a eucalyptus lavender one. And you like Joe Malone? The fragrances? Ooh, is it? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the bottle, because I can't remember just based off of names. I know of them. Let me see. Okay, so I think there is a couple of them that I like, but because they have so many types, I never remember which one I actually like. Because there's like this floral one? Was it Frasier? I could have sworn there was one with Frasier. Or Notes of Frasier. English Pear and Frasier one. I think I like that one, or I forget whether I like it or not. So every single time I go into like a beauty store, I always without fail like spritz that one. They have very light fragrances that do not overwhelm at all. Oh, I have to look into them. I do know of that artist. But let's try to keep on track of what we're talking about. So I love the lighter fragrances, like the ones that can be a little heady. I don't like that. Like scents like oh my gosh, honeysuckle. That one I feel like it's really hard to make light. Like I like the type where once you put it on and you walk past someone, like if the wind carries it, you might be able to like have a quick whiff and then the scent is gone. And then like if that person walks away, you can't smell anymore. You have to like go chasing that person. Or if the wind exactly like directed at you, then you can smell it, but otherwise you won't be able to. So that is the type of scents that I like. So are you thinking what I'm thinking? What are you thinking? I'm not a mind reader. Is Sin a mind reader? And so I was thinking of getting this the hand cream that is, oh my gosh, it was something with vetiver. Santal and vetiver. I'm thinking of exercising how I slept last night, so probably not. I should exercise too. I haven't done it since last week. And so vetiver kind of smells like incense to me. So I'm not, I usually don't like straight up incense smell, but for some reason, vetiver just reminds me of like spa, like incense, but in a very spa-like way. So I'm like, if I make my office super, super cozy and I have a very spa smelling, what was it, like hand cream, maybe I can trick myself that I do like work. You know, maybe spa, huh? Yeah. I want to go to a spa, huh? Actually, no, I just don't want to go to work. Actually, no, you know what? Work isn't bad. It's the waking up part that's really, really bad. Dang, land is so fancy. It doesn't mean I can always afford it. I just like it, okay? My dream is to one day decorate, like have a house, own a home, and be able to decorate that home to make it look like a spa. But sometimes I worry that it might look too, like it's not homey feeling, it's not like comfy, homey, cozy feeling, but like I would at least like certain areas to remind me of a spa. And speaking of which, I really need a massage. Being in a tundra, being in the Arctic, that is my office. It's been making my shoulder hurt so much. And the funny thing is, like the past few shorts that I've been uploading onto either like TikTok and YouTube, it's kind of like some type of talk about age, some type of talk about like muscle pains, right? Oh yeah, sorry for the late reply. Oh, I like you guys talking to each other, or at least I like how you guys know each other. It's cute. Gotta mix of spa and home aesthetics, right? So with it being so cold, for some reason, like it makes my shoulder and my back ache so much. So the second I go home, I start having to put like my little, like I have this little, I don't know, belt or something like that. And it, I think usually people use it for like period cramps or something like that. It has like a little heating part for your belly and then like this little like a rectangular patch for the, your back. Yay, I hear cute. Are you talking about me? Are you talking that I'm cute? Oh, and so I've been having to use that for my back and my shoulder, and like I feel so old. Yeah, and so I need a massage. I swear, like the massage that I had like a few weeks ago where they tried to like iron out some of my knots, they're back and they're back with a vengeance. And D Lian is cute. I sure am. Or is that too narcissistic? But you know what? You know what? My mama did so good, so I guess I can be a little narcissistic. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, and the other thing. So it's been so crazy at work. I'm so happy I was able to like leave on time today and know I was gonna leave on time today early enough so that I can at least put a post out into the ether saying like, hey, I'm gonna be here for a bit. But because it's been so stressful at work, one of the girls that I work not super closely with, but we do work a lot together, she brought in some sweets from a bakery and she gave me a chocolate chip cookie, which is like obviously like it's classic, right? Like there's a lot of better flavors, but like it's a classic. Who hates a chocolate chip cookie? I don't. You know what? No. I will judge the person who wears shoes on their bed more than someone who doesn't like a chocolate chip cookie. But still, I'm all tensed up. I gotta massage my shoulders. Me too. Do you know if a place-in this week was rough, but it got massively better at 7:30? Huh? You know so many people I don't know. But again, try not to mention people who aren't pertinent to this, please and thank you. And so she gave me a cookie, and that cookie was bigger than my face. And I'm not saying like, you know how like talking about K-pop, you know how when it comes to like East Asian or like Southeast Asian standards, like you want a small face. I'm not gonna say my face is teeny tiny, but like even with that, the cookie was bigger than my head, was bigger than my face. Like it was ginormous, okay? And the texture was perfect. But the thing was that like I can't eat this whole cookie on my own, like that's too much. And so I kept on like picking at it though. I kept on tearing like little bits and pieces off from it, and it was so good. I learned some massages from a professional massage therapist that used to work for LA actors. Hopefully I still remember how to do them. You need to teach me techniques. You need to send me links. Actually, I guess it's not that helpful, especially if it's like towards my back. Like I can't reach. Like you know those massage guns, the one where there is a ball on one end, or like there's like detachable ends, one where it's flat and one that's a ball, and like it just it's not even vibrating. It moves back and forth really fast though, and so it's essentially like a gun with a massage. I want one, but like the places that I need a massage, I can't reach. I can't reach it, and so there's no point of me having it, and so I can afford it, but I can't use it, so I'm always so annoyed. Versus like my sister and brother-in-law, well, at least they have each other. And so the other person can use the massage gun for the other. Unfortunately, these aren't techniques that can learn just watching. You'd have to feel it to really get it. So you're just bragging that you know how. You can't even share. You can't even share. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, speaking of massages though, I think we were talking about like, or like someone posted or said something. Oh, I think on one of my previous whatchamacallit, like Final Fantasy streams, we were talking about like hand massages, or someone ended up commenting about hand massages. There was this TikTok that I had seen where like you hold someone's hand a certain way, and like you end up like stretching it out a certain way and massaging certain areas. And like I've done that for my mom and my sister, and like, oh wow, that does feel good. But then apparently when I teach them, they're like, I don't get it. Oh yeah, that one is fun. Yeah, I can't get someone to do it for me. When I asked my sister to do it, like, you know how some people are just really good at their hands? Like, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it ends up being like tinkering with electronics, or like, I don't know, like surgery. Like, no matter what, if it's something doing like with their hands, they're just so like their dexterity is so good. They have a good feel with their hands, that they can see something, they do it, and it works. So like I wouldn't say I'm super good when it comes to dexterity, but usually I can pick things up pretty quickly. So I'm usually the person massaging. But my mom and my sister, they're crap at it. But like they're all I have, so I can't complain too much because then they'll say no. then I'll do it psychically for you. Exactly. The telepathic massage works too, okay? There's been so many things that I've been trying to like be like productive on, but then I start thinking about games and like, oh my gosh, last week, oh my god, speaking of last week and like Final Fantasy, I was so sad. I think the last time I streamed Final Fantasy, I finished chapter 17 of Final Fantasy 7 remake. I finished chapter 17. Chapter 18 is the last chapter, and not just that, on chapter 17, it took me, I streamed that for like 8 hours. Not on purpose. I didn't want 8 hours, but it was back to back to back bosses, and I couldn't save in between. And if I were to quit, I had a hunch, it'd be like 99.9% chance that I lose all progress. And the bosses weren't like, oh, this is so easy. No! Each one of them were hard enough for me. Yay, chapter 18. Right, I was so close. 8 hours crying. I was crying. If you look back, there were times I was like, the boss rush was just too much for you at 1 a.m. Yeah. I think I had to go back and check. I think it was around like 11 p.m. which must have been around like the 5-6 hour mark. I'm like, oh, just a little bit more. I think someone said there was gonna be like 3 bosses incoming, but it didn't click with me that it was no saving in between the bosses. Don't cry, I already did. And so after the second boss, I'm like, okay. And then the last one took me so many times. And it was the scene where you're chasing on like a motorcycle, and is it chasing? Like you are trying to kill that boss on a motorcycle, and I don't know if it was my sticky dry contacts after being awake for like over 12 hours after having my contacts in for 12 hours, but my depth perception was off. Someone was saying, yeah, maybe the what was it? The buttons or whatnot to maneuver is kind of clunky. I think they were being nice. I think I was just maybe skill issue, but I do agree it felt clunky. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I will do a gorilla-ish stream to finish off, to do the finale and finish off chapter 18, because if I don't finish last week, there's no way I can finish this week, especially after the 8 hour one. I'm so scared of it becoming an 8 hour run again. I think someone told me chapter 18 can take a while too. Definitely your visual acuity and depth perception was messed up after so long, right? Although, did you know, so when it comes to surgeries, there are laparoscopic surgeries. So those are the ones where you do smaller incisions and then you stick a camera inside. And with that camera, you also have like other areas of incisions, and essentially like a couple sticks that you stick into the body. And so you look at the camera to see where you're going, what you're cutting, and doing what you need to do inside the body, right? And they say people who like not grew up playing video games, but people who play video games do better on these surgeries when they first start off with, because you have to meet certain like, not like a grade, but like you have to do well to a certain extent. And so they time people, and it was kind of shown that people who play video games, you can tell the depth perception from a screen a lot better from the get-go, because you're so trained for that, you're so used to that. And so those people do better compared to people who never ever really play video games. Obviously, like with training and whatnot, everyone ends up being the same, but I thought that was so interesting that like, hey, so for if any of your mamas or papas out there go like, stop playing video games, you're gonna get nowhere in life with it, go, no, I'ma be a surgeon. I mean, okay, you also have to put in the other work and do well in school and be really good with your work ethic, but like, hey, I'm gaining skills for being a good surgeon. The surgeon was mentioning that last month, since he's a combat medic, super cool, right? I feel like it's such like a little interesting tidbit that like people who play games never really hear about. So I always found that super interesting. And so I was so sad. I wanted to do the finale of Final Fantasy last week because I knew this work week could be pretty darn rough. And guess what? Apparently I manifested it, so it's been really rough. And so there's no way I can accidentally stream for 8 hours, because if I do, I would take a 30-minute nap and then go straight back to work. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Even without, I have not touched a game since last week, and even with that, I've only slept for like 6 to 7 hours per night. And sure, some of you can survive on 4, but I like 8. I prefer 10, but I want 8. Not okay, it's not okay. Don't worry, I helped manifest that work week just for you. You wild, huh? Excuse you? You manifested this type of work week this week for me? This is why it's gone so bad. Is that why? Excuse you. And so, yeah, my internet. Oh, and then there was, and it wasn't, oh wait, I didn't think it was that bad of a storm. Or at least I don't think it lasted for very long. I think it kind of just like poured and then it got better. And so I didn't think it was that bad, but because it happened over the weekend, my internet was gone. It didn't come back till Monday. And so the entirety of Sunday, I had to use my own mobile data, and it felt so weird not being able to like hop on to like watch YouTube like on my computer or on my TV, or like I could only use my phone. If I wanted to use the internet, I could only use my phone. I only want the best for you. It's not the best. I die. It's so bad. Oh, and so it felt so weird, and even my sister is like, what do we do back in the day without internet? Because you know how I've told you guys before that my parents have been super strict? Most of it comes through our dad. I think our mom just kind of follows what our dad wants. Kind of like typical for that generation where they come from. And the thing is that for our dad, when we were young girls, when we were underage girls, he saw all this news about, you know, people preying on the younger girls and trying to get in touch with, like, through whether it's email or like social media, anything, right? And so he was too scared for us. He was like, oh, I don't want you guys to have this bad influence or like a dangerous person reaching out to you guys. And so instead of trying to teach us safe internet practices, he decided, if there's no internet, there's no problem. And so yeah, I growing up throughout high school did not have internet at home at all. And so I think, actually, no, I think our last year, my last year living at home, I think I persuaded them to do dial-up. And the funny thing is, like, does dial-up still exist? I know the place I had went through, I can't really remember the name of it. It lasted for a lot longer than I had expected dial-up to last. Or is this just aging me? The internet being down also got me late on news about what? Mr. Rare Double Bloom. Oh, yeah. I saw a post about that, but then I got a little impatient, and so I didn't actually watch the whole thing bloom. I'm like, oh, it could bloom. And so once we hit college, though, we obviously, like, Wi-Fi is everywhere. Everywhere has Wi-Fi, and so my sister and I kind of had to just figure it out ourselves, how to keep ourselves safe. What is spam? What is a weird link? When it says, hey, Nicole wants to talk to you, Nicole does not want to talk to you, okay? And when it says Steve has an urgent message for you, you don't know a Steve, don't click on it. And so we kind of had to just learn it ourselves. Later on, when I was a little bit older, I remember talking to our dad. I'm like, what made you think just not like having internet was safer? Like, wouldn't it be if we were under your roof, under your care, you can actually monitor us a little bit and like teach us how to be safe, rather than have us be adults, little fledgling adults without any supervision or care, and just deal with it on our own? And he's like, yeah, but I stressed too much about it. I was just too scared, so I just had you guys deal with it later. hot singles in your area was such a common spam pop-up too. I think it's still a popular pop-up, no? I have seen, oh my gosh, and it's so sad. It's so sad. I have seen some older gentlemen actually fall into that trap too of I don't know if they clicked on that or how they ended up, like maybe it was like a spam like text or something like that. And I've known how some of them can end up sending thousands, not just like 1 or 2,000, but it's like 20, 30, 40,000 to a quote unquote girl who they've been talking to. And the sad part is some of these gentlemen have wives. Like they've been married for like 40 years, 50 years, and here he is sending like 40K to this quote unquote hot girl. And it's so sad. Is that I have so many ad blockers and VPNs, haven't seen ads outside of free games in years. Do I have my VPN on? I need to double check. At one point I had my VPN on, but then what ad blocker are you using? I feel like mine is like so bad. I still see like random ads and like pop-ups and whatnot. And like I don't know why, because my settings don't allow for pop-ups, but they'll still happen. And so yeah, I've had very questionable ads come up. Yeah, and this poor gentleman that I heard about recently, he apparently thought that he was dating a 21-year-old. This guy, I think he was like 70. He thought he was dating a 21-year-old celebrity, no less. A 21-year-old celebrity that has like not like A-list celebrity, but she has been on TV before. Have you seen those YouTube videos where those guys mess with scammers? So many old people got robbed for thousands. I don't know if I've seen the same ones. I've seen the ones where like they message. Oh wait, no, I think I'm talking about the ones where like they message creepy people, and then like the creepy person shows up. It's like, why are you messaging a girl who's this age? But this gentleman that I had heard about, he was 70s, thinking that he was dating a 21-year-old celebrity, one that has actually graced television before, and that her and her dad wanted him to fly across several states to move in with her, to be her partner and to be her manager. And when people asked him, hey, have you ever been a manager before? Have you ever been a manager for a celebrity? He's like, nope, never. And then they're like, so what makes you think like a true legit celebrity would want you to be her manager? He's like, yeah, I've thought about it. This is probably a scam, huh? Like, and it's so sad because he's given her money, and I guess like they I think the scammer said something along the lines of her having her money on lockdown from her company or something like that, so she couldn't afford something like internet. So he was spending her like Bitcoin, like cryptocurrency, and that wasn't the only scam that he had fallen for. I guess like there was a quote-unquote UPS driver who sent him a picture of like a UPS truck going like, you have a package, but in order to get this package, you need to pay me X fee. And he did. And so it's so sad like to see people get scammed like that. But at the same time, like I don't know if as a 7-year-old guy, and if apparently as a 21-year-old celebrity saying that they're in love with you and you've never met in person, I would hope that they kind of knew what they're getting into. But at the same time, I think some of them are just a little bit too lonely, so that they feed into that dream, right? And they worry that if they don't give that money, then the dream won't exist anymore. So it's also kind of sad. But it's a combination of sunk cost fallacy, desperation for validation, fading minds from what I've seen. Yeah, definitely all that. Because like some people that I know, like they treat their essentially like medical appointments or like their trips from their social workers essentially as like a little chat session. Like that's their social hour, which is also kind of sad. That's why I'm like, okay, I need to make sure my niece and my nephew love me, so when I'm old and pruny, when I'm older and prunier, I still have someone that will be willing to sit next to me and chit chat. Or they'll be okay with a radio land of me just yap 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 yap. But it's I feel like there needs to be better things out there to let people be social. Old what? Yap 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 yeah, I'm the yapper. Although my niece likes to yap too. So sometimes when I'm silent, she'll go off on her own tangent of something that I don't know quite of what she's talking about. And I'm like, I don't know if that's an age thing or if it's just like she's just saying things. Like honestly, sometimes when I my sister, she'll be driving back from somewhere with both kiddos in the back. And both kiddos are like, Auntie's on the phone, Auntie's on speaker. And so they'll both want to talk to me. But the 3-year-old, like, he can talk, but like he can't talk, right? He can't like fully communicate everything yet, but he wants to be part of the conversation too. So when that happens, I'm trying to feel 2 conversations from both kiddos, and it feels like a fever dream. So like one time we're gonna be talking about, oh yeah, horses go neigh. Oh, and then that cloud looks like a horse, and the horse is breathing fire, and then the dragon caught on fire, and so that's why the fire truck went that way. And I'm like, what in a fever dream? Did that make sense? I don't understand what's going on. Yap, 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 more yapping, yep. And so sometimes when like my brain is like too overwhelmed and my sister wants to call me, I'm like, wait, are the kiddos with you? Because I don't know if I can take a fever dream of a conversation right now. Rapid brain stimulation for the villainous. Yo! And it's like, you know how sometimes, I don't know if you ever catch yourself doing it, like when you are about to drift asleep. I have noticed my brain do it sometimes where like whatever it's thinking does not make sense. It's like a flight of thought, but in a worse way of how like you're like, there's this ocean and then there's water, so you must pee, and so you're in an apartment and the apartment is now on fire, which is really hot, but you need it to be hot to make hot dogs, and to eat hot dogs you need buns. So all of a sudden you're at a grocery store that's next to a Target, but there is a ban on Target, and so it just like goes back and forth. You're like, wait a minute, there was something about dragon and now we're talking about Target? What? But then sometimes your brain doesn't, like my brain at least, doesn't make sense even more than that as I'm like on the cusp of falling asleep. That is what it feels like sometimes when talking to kiddos. Either that or like my brain just like short circuits. I'm not sure I've ever gone that far. My brain gets interesting sometimes, you know? Speaking of brain being interesting, have you ever had anything of like it's not hard to do, but your brain just doesn't want you to do it? It's almost like, I think we talked about this before, like taxes. Like my taxes is pretty darn simple. Like it's a single person household. I have like one job. I'm not working a bajillion jobs. I don't like earn tips and blah 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 blah. I don't own like a bajillion properties. I don't like, it is simple for me when it comes to taxes. Like I have like 1 or 2 forms that I need to actually fill out my taxes. But despite that, I only ever fill out my taxes until like a week before it's due, a few days before it's due. Like I can't bring myself to do it. Like, do you guys have a task like that? Like that's one of them. I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, it's not hard per se to like clean the toilet, especially if you're not like scrubbing at it. You're just using a you don't need to use like the pumice stone. Like it's not a lot of buildup. You just need to like lightly scrub it. And like even that, people are like, oh, I don't have it in me to do. Like I have a lot of tasks like that, and one of them is trying to make an appointment to go to the dentist. I hate the dentist. I know some people like hate going to the doctor. Some people hate going to the bank. For me, I hate going to the dentist. I hate going to the dentist. And like growing up, I don't think my parents cared much about dental hygiene. Like my dad's dental hygiene is so bad, and I think I learned pretty bad habits from them. It took me growing a little bit older and being a little OCD, or not OCD, but at least a little type A on my own, that I was very drilled into you must brush your teeth twice a day type of thing. And so I've had my fair few cavities, and so I think I just associate dentists with pain. And it doesn't help that the dentist, who you laughing at? The dentists that I've gone to, they don't wait for the numbing to work. And so all I know is pain. And so I'm like, you know what? It's been a while. I really should get to the dentist. And so I picked up my motivation. I picked up my courage. And I called the dentist's office. I think maybe my glasses, I had them and should wear them, but I never want to wear them because then I gotta wipe them clean before wearing them. I'm so lazy about that. Really? That's the task? It's so interesting hearing people like what tasks they just absolutely don't want to do. And like, I don't know of a good dentist around town either. So I asked one of the girls, and so she's like, I love this dentist. He's been my dentist for years. So I picked up my courage. I called. And I got into their voicemail. I think I called at like 2 p.m. and they closed at 3 p.m. And I'm like, oh, well, I tried. I don't think, and I didn't call back. And so, and they're not open during the weekend either. So I guess I'll have to try again on Monday. But like, if I don't schedule it on my easy week, it's just never gonna happen. But like, I really need to go to the dentist. And I'm like, okay, how do I hype myself to go to the dentist? How am I gonna bribe myself to do things I don't want to do? Because I get you being more responsible about your dental hygiene. I'm better at it now. Flossing is still a little hard. I have a water flosser. I need to be better at it. Don't judge me. I know, I'm at least trying, okay? Oh, and I do at least brush twice a day, and it's an electronic toothbrush, and it's a good toothbrush, and so I've been good at that. But it's nowhere near as good as I need a deep clean. I don't think I'm gonna go for just like a routine clean. I think I need a deep clean. I really hope I don't have any cavities. I'm so scared. And that's the thing. I've had recurrent dreams, and like it doesn't happen that often. It maybe happens like maybe like once every like 4 months or so. I've had dreams where like I lose a tooth, like I permanently lose a tooth, like I chipped it or like I bite something and the tooth is just poof gone. And like that's been such a fear of mine. What if one tooth becomes wiggly? I think I need a deep clean too. Now that you mention it, I 100% know I need a deep clean. Like, it's just not routine care. I need a deep clean. But then, like, I guess it depends on my experience with this new dentist. And I will try to psych myself up to actually call them on Monday to make an appointment. I guess it kind of depends on what my experience is. If I end up going for routine checks, because I think you're supposed to go, like, at least a few times a year. But, like, it's been a while since I've been to one, so, oops. Me too. You don't like the dentist too? Thank you for validating me. And when it comes to like glasses though, I prefer wearing contacts over glasses. Like, do you guys need glasses, or do you guys wear contacts, or do you guys have a preference, or do you have like fashion glasses or contacts? Because for me, I am blind as a bat. Here, let me, where is it? Here are my glasses. My prescription is pretty darn high, and so my lens has to be pretty thick, and it just warps the vision around the edges for me. So that's why I don't like wearing glasses. And if I want like the pretty frames, either A, I can't have the pretty frames, or like it'd be super thick where it look weird. And so I don't mind going to the optometrist, because I need my contacts. I need it renewed. I need a new prescription. I need to order more, so I have to, and I don't mind doing that. It's easy enough. I just had to, every now and then my insurance won't pay for a place, so then I have to find out, so that's the annoying part. But like, I don't mind going to it. But I ended up buying a couple of pairs of glasses a couple of years ago when I was in Japan, because I think in Asia they have a version that is a little bit thinner, and I think the US doesn't have it. I think part of it is I feel like the US is kind of slow for certain things, but I think the other part of it is it doesn't meet criteria for I can't remember what's it called, OSHA or something like that. I only wore glasses consistently for like a week, then I got some pretty intense compliments and asked out, so I stopped. Plus glasses are expensive. Always flexing on us. Always flexing how you're rizzing everyone up. Why the cry? Why the cry, Urban? Why? Dental hygiene. Yeah. Yeah, are you on the same boat as me? I hope you're not, but for my sake for self-validation, I hope so. But I ended up getting this thinner pair of glasses, and so those are my go-to ones, but I still prefer contacts. For some reason, I know some people don't like wearing contacts for a long time, but I feel like my eyes feel more dry when I don't have contacts on. I'm scared of the dentist. Me too! It doesn't matter how old I am. I think they scared me since like childhood. And like, I remember biting my dentist when I was younger. I did like when they have your I must have been only like, I don't know, 7 or 8. Same, you bit your dentist too. I wonder if all like pediatric like dentists just know they're gonna get bitten by children, because like when you have your whole freaking finger in someone's mouth and it's a child and it hurts, what's your first instinct? Bite down. And so I remember I kept on biting my dentist. They're like, stop biting, stop biting, stop biting. I screamed and cried so hard and they kicked me out. Oh no, so you're very scared of the dentist. Okay, so I'm not nearly as bad as that, thankfully. I've just accidentally bitten people. Actually, no, it's just been one dentist. And I remembered it was a male dentist with his wife. I think they were both dentists. I can't remember. I don't know if they were both dentists or one was like an assistant, because I was so young, I didn't know what the difference was. And so I just remember thinking like the male dentist was pretty cute, even at like my 7-8-year-old age. And maybe I felt a little guilty biting him, but like maybe not that bad. It depends on the dentist's attitude, right? I feel like if you have, saying this as a person who needs to go to a dentist soon, I feel like if you have a good enough dentist, I feel like you shouldn't have that much pain, right? Like if the numbing stuff starts working, you shouldn't be in that much pain, right? Small Miss Lian was already developing a type IC. Speaking of which, how old were you guys when you had your first crush? Like your first ever crush? Or do you remember what grade you were? Because my first ever crush was in kindergarten. Because I think in preschool I was like, ooh, but like I never actually developed a crush on someone. 9. Okay, I wonder what the normal age to develop a crush is. Kindergarten, I must have been 5 then. Because I think, let's see, 7, 6, 5. I think I was probably around 4 or 5 years old. And I still remember that guy's name. And I remembered, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Don't laugh at me, okay? So at my 4 or 5-year-old self, being a tiny little kindergartner with her first crush, she didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to portray, to show her feelings, to show the sweetness to someone, right? So I remembered one of the things I would kind of do is like, I wouldn't follow him, but like I would be kind of close by. And I remember there was like tape on the floor in certain rows, and when the teacher told us to sit down, you would have to sit down in a row on that tape. But it's not like there was an assigned part on that tape. You can just sit wherever, but just on the line of tape. And so I remembered I slowly walked. I kind of saw where he was about to plop his butt down, and as he was about to plop down, I plopped straight right next to him. My butt hit the ground faster than his did. 13, that was my first high school relationship, at least. I'm assuming that I had a crush on them prior. You don't remember? It was your first relationship and you don't remember? Wait, so that was your first crush ever though? You never crushed on anyone else before that? Really? So I remember plopping my butt on the floor first, so it's not like I followed him. He couldn't say, oh, you sat there because I sat here. I'd be like, no, I sat here first, crying. You're so embarrassing. So I sat down next to him, and we sat down next to each other for a good 30 seconds, or it felt like 30 seconds, until he got up, and I didn't bother looking to see what he got up for, because I'm like, he walked away from me. Yes, he. And so I was so sad. I'm like, maybe not sad. I think I was a little, maybe half disappointed. Of like, darn it, I thought this was such a good plan. And another part of me was like, he walked away from me. I almost got a restraining order from a girl at 9 years old. I didn't really like them. I got pushed to ask them out, so... And you asked them out not liking them. Did they ever find out that you didn't like them? Actually, you know what? Okay, maybe this has to do more so with like kindergartner relationships, because I remember there was a quote couple in our kindergarten class, and they I think they were pushed to each other, and they're like, we shall be girlfriend and boyfriend. And I think like 2 days later, or maybe like after recess, they broke up. I feel like at a younger age, like you do it to do, or it's like, oh, I guess this is part of the experience, or like curiosity. I think kindergartner, we were just modeling what we see in like shows and like our parents or like people older than us, but like we didn't understand it to like the full extent. And I feel like maybe even in high school, depending on like, you know, where you are in life, how much experience you have, I wonder if it was kind of something similar, just not to the extent of what a 4 or 5 year old would experience. Wait, that happened in my 20s? What do you mean? Did you ask someone out, or did someone ask you out and they didn't like you, or you didn't like them? What, we broke up after almost 2 years? So I'm not sure actually. So then, oh, if I'm being too nosy, you don't have to answer. I love. So then would it be like you learn to love them then? Because like I've seen people, especially when it comes to like online dating too, like how it obviously is first like physical attraction, or like, oh, you're funny enough, they start dating each other, then they become exclusive, and then like a month or two later they're like, oh, I love you. But it's never like they have those feelings first, or like it's never they develop those feelings first. So I always wondered, like, do people ever convince themselves to fall in love with someone, or is the act of falling in love more closer to like developing a habit, developing a different type of like, not like physical intimacy, but obviously that can be included as well. I wonder if it's just the habit of, you know, sharing your life, sharing your thoughts, sharing, like being that type of intimate, like mental intimacy, that then like breeds love. Like I never know. I was asking her out. Wait, so then is this the one that almost got you the restraining order, or is this the one where you didn't know if you liked them or not? Or was it the same situation? Oh my gosh, I just got flashbacks because of the glasses I put on. The glasses that I toggled on and talking about crushes. Actually, we broke up because they weren't too happy that I treated them like a best friend, and their father was an odd guy. Oh, interesting. I had this, like, I knew of this couple that we thought would like stay together forever, but actually the girl broke up with him because he treated her as like a best friend, but like I think only as like a best friend. Almost a restraining order. She hated me because she thinks I was a stalker. What? Actually, don't answer that. I was gonna ask, were you? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. But please be safe. Please also, you know, there's boundaries. But then there's also some people where, like, you know how sometimes you walk in the same direction, they're like, oh my gosh, you're stalking me. So like, but like, you know, be safe out there. I think the last big crush I had was when I was in 8th grade, which must have been when I was around either 12 or 13 years old. I had a crush on this very outgoing guy. He was the type of guy, and like I don't know if I really have a type per se, at least like personalities wise, but he was the type of guy who like he could easily be friends with everyone. I'm happy that she was my friend. Oh, okay. I'm happy that you're happy. And so he was the type of guy that could be friends with anyone. And it doesn't matter if you were the jock, the emo, the anime nerd, the geek, like it didn't matter. He was just like the happy-go-lucky type of guy who was really smart, and he was just really good with people, right? And I'm not. I'm pretty introverted. Like I've grown out of my shell a decent amount the older I've gotten, but like at one point I was like painfully shy. She still hates me. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's okay. There's gonna be someone else out there for you. Hopefully. Yeah, it was a whole thing until I finally decided to be honest and let them know I just couldn't like them romantically. It took you 2 years to get to that point. Peer pressure wasn't great and it was bad that I caved to ask them out. And then afterwards was just like, well, it's status quo, so I guess I'll just stick it out. Like, why not? Was that what it was? Oh, that's actually kind of sad for their part. I'm glad they broke it off. Or whoever initiated it. I'm glad that happened, because if they want something more than I don't even know if you can call it a platonic relationship, but I guess if you don't have like romantic love in there, then it's platonic enough? Or is platonic only like physical stuff? You know what I mean? But I had such hi Conniving, hello. I had such a big crush on that guy. I remembered I was playing with my glasses, so my glasses was in my hand, and I realized when I was playing with it, I could see people in the reflection of my glasses. So I remember like tilting it a certain way so that I could see him without like staring him down, because I didn't want him to know that I was looking at him. And so I would tilt my glasses to stare at him. Like once I noticed I could do that, I think I did it a couple of times until I tilted it a certain way that it was just literally like, it was my eyes, my glasses straight to looking at his eyes, like directly. And I'm like, oh, and it scared me, because I think we ended up making eye contact, and that scared the bejesus out of me, and that was the last time. That was the last time I ever did anything like that. I have a crush on her friend as well. How many crushes do you have? It was me that initiated it. The relationship was happy enough on their end, but they wanted more that I couldn't give, nor that I could understand, be able to give, you know? I'm happy you had the maturity to be able to break it off, especially if it ended up being that, like, they loved you more and more as time went on. Because, like, imagine, like, breaking up at, like, I don't know, like, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, a decade, and then knowing that person that you've been with for a majority of your life never loved you back. That'd be so heartbreaking. A lot of crushes. Are you laughing at me with my glasses? Awkward reflection eye contact is so funny, Sky Cynthia. I'm glad you find it funny, because I was mortified, I tell you. And funny enough, I think that was the last crush I ever had on anyone. Like a true crush. You know, the like, oh, you know, you want to think about that person, you romanticize things, you think about like, you daydream about that person, what it would be like to date them, to be their girlfriend, like that type of thing. Maybe it's because I was really young then, but like that in 8th grade was the last time I ever had that type of crush on anyone. And I wonder if like crushes are more so like a figment of our imagination, or if it's actually true. Cute hair? Oh, your crush has cute hair? Is that what you're trying to say? Like when you guys, like, what is a thing that can make you have a crush on someone though? And now you're the great power hour love lover. I can't help it. Once I get onto the topic, it's so hard. And that's why I love like otome games, or like the dating sim games, because like I love love. But obviously if I am being a little too nosy, you don't have to answer. I'm not gonna push you for an answer. So that was the last crush that I had, because I think after that, like in high school, and like even in college and after college, I think I'm like, oh, that person's attractive, but I never had like the heart pounding, like the doki doki type of crush. And I don't know if that was a maturity thing, a personality thing, because I remembered in my glasses crush guy, I remembered almost being annoyed with myself with how much I kept on thinking about them. And so I ended up what? I ended up going like, no, I'm going to freeze my heart. It's gonna become steel. Like, I'm not having anyone else enter it. Like, I'm kicking him out because like this is too time consuming. I can't enjoy anything else. Like, I can't live like this. You have cute hair. Ah, thank you. Spicy. There's no spicy. I was in 8th grade. And have I told you how sheltered my upbringing was? There was no spice. Don't kick. I wasn't even PG as an 8th grader. I think I only knew rated G, like Teletubby style. Like I was a kid at heart and oh so sheltered. Sounds like the sort of conviction followed immediately by truck cut. Right, and then right afterwards, you meet the love of your life. No, but this was probably me being super what was it, dramatic as an 8th grader. Not quite a crush, but when someone has a nice voice, can really get into chatting and enjoys their interests independently, I think that's enough to get me. That, I feel like that is both easy and hard to find, because the whole like knowing to or getting to know them about their interests, and like I feel like you have to know a person a little bit more deeper. Like it's more of a deep dive than like a hello, like a quick what was it, like speed dating type of thing, or like a quick thing that you message when you first start like online dating. Oh, rated G. I'm always, well, hey, maybe I'm rated PG. Sometimes I'm PG-13. But like, I would like to say I'm fairly safe so, because when was the last time you guys heard a curse word come from me? I think the only thing I say, depending on how finicky you are when it comes to curse words, I do say crap a lot. I say like crap ton all the time. But like, other than that, I don't think I usually ever say a curse word. You have a great voice and a wonderful personality. Thank you. PG-13 is your max, is it? I mean, for the most part. I'm blushing so much, I'm making you blush. I think you're the only one I can make blush. I can't flirt for the life of me. Because like, unless people think of flirting as like being nice, like I'm the type, and what are you guys? I'm the type who I feel like I am nice and respectful from the get-go. You know how some people are like, oh, you need to earn my respect? Like, sure, you can earn more respect, but I think I always start off at like a certain baseline of like niceties and respectful and respecting of people, and you can always build that up. You can always chip away at the respect that I have for you, but I have too much self-respect on my end where I can't treat you bad, because then that's just disrespectful to me. You know what I mean? Like, that would be damaging my own character. Well, not even damaging my own character, because that's kind of like in the lens of other people, right? But like, I won't allow myself to become that person because I don't want to become that person, right? So I know some people are like, oh, I only treat people with kindness if they treat me with kindness, and I don't know if I agree with that very much. I feel like that's a little bit too much. But I think after that big crush that I had in 8th grade, I am a very much mind over matter kind of person. And I think I get it from my dad too. Like, he's a very like logical type of person, and so I think that ended up being like my last crush ever. So I wonder if I just like mentally block it. Like, I'm like, oh no, I can have a crush on this person, so I just mentally block it and I just don't allow it to occur. I think all rational beings deserve a baseline level of respect. There's no significant reason to mistreat another without purpose, in my opinion at least. Right, I think so too, because I feel like if you start mistreating other people, I feel like you're just being disrespectful to yourself. Well, too much, what? It's called 8th grade syndrome for a reason, right? Being like a, what's it called? Chunibyo? I was like that. It didn't help. Like, oh, you know how I told you guys I was not going to ever really share the title of that novel I wrote as a high schooler. So I did go, what's it called, the Wayback Machine or something like that, that little, like, that online archive. So the site, you can still get access to the site, and you can still like click on certain links on there. But when I search up the title, and the title is one of those titles where, especially as the author, there's no way I can forget it. I might misplace a V or a N or an A, but like, I know my title. You can't find it. It's nowhere to be found. I've straight up Googled it. I've gone through the Wayback Machine thing. You cannot find it. Thank God. Thank God. I like the memories, but I've seen photos of myself being a whole Junie. No! Wayback Machine. Yeah. Junie cringed Lord the end. It was so bad. And honestly, that was still in high school. And like, you know, those like novels where like, it's not 100%, but maybe like 90% like a self-insert kind of novel. But like, I actually, thinking back, that was the first fan art I've ever received. Like, someone made like a moving little banner for me because they liked my story that much. And like, not just like people like messaging me going like, oh, I love your story, or like, oh, I need to know what happens, or like just like words of support. Like, I actually had one piece of fan art from it, and I still remember till this day. What's the name? No. I said, oh my gosh, what did I say? 10,000 subscribers, and then I'll say it. I'm sure we're not gonna get to 10,000. And I'm sure if we ever do get to 10,000, I think that would be like 20 years down the line, where all y'all won't remember. I still have an FF7 site for role-playing back on Wayback Machine from GeoCity. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that word in like forever. GeoCity is like, I'm trying to like vaguely remember what it was from back in the day. I am very happy that the site that I know and love is still still reachable, but I'm also very and I kind of vaguely remembered my username as well. So I did search up my username, and I did search up the title. Both were not found. So I'm safe. I'm so safe. This is cool. I gotta keep you at the front of my mind 24/7. So I never forget. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep it in your mind for at least like 20 years. Cause like for me to be able to get to like 10,000 subscribers, like come on, right? So. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna share. And I think I said it was 5,000 that I would at least give you like the synopsis of it. Cause with the synopsis, there's no way for you to find it. Honestly, like I've tried different ways to find it and I haven't been able to, but I'm worried that you guys are a little bit more tech savvy than me. So I'm worried if I let loose, you're gonna actually find it. So I'm like a synopsis. I'll do a synopsis reveal at 5,000. Yahoo's website maker for people who don't know what they're doing. Wait, is that like the Wayback Machine, or are you talking about something else? I'll keep you in mind for 1,000 years as long as I can, as I learn a bit of it. I really hope, especially at the rate I'm going, I don't think it's gonna happen, so I feel like I'm gonna be safe. I'm not saying this to like farm pity or like farm anything for like subscribers. I'm really not. I just really don't want to share it. It's so embarrassing. You know? That's what you're saying. Yeah, honestly, I haven't used like Yahoo in a while. I think that was like my first email too. And like, even my first email was kind of cringy too. It wasn't until I needed to like do things for like college applications and whatnot, or like not even college applications, but like more serious type stuff in high school. Cause like imagine giving your teacher like a interesting email address that has to do with like a fandom you're part of. So I made a separate email specifically for school related things. Meet in the middle. What year was it? I'm not gonna tell you, because then you're gonna know how old I am. All you need to know is I'd be ancient, okay? But and I remembered me being the PG person that I am now, and the super G-rated person. Guess what? The G-rated person I was in high school, like even up to college, my friend group had essentially a rule that if someone brings something up that is not G-rated and I don't know what it is, then they're the person that has to explain it to me. And so there was a lot of explanations happening throughout college, and my friends, sometimes they thought it was funny, and sometimes they're like, I have to explain what to you? I'm like, hey, if you can say it, then you can explain it. If you can say it, you shouldn't be what was it, too embarrassed to explain it to me, G-rated VTuber. Maybe I'm PG-13 now. A suspicious amount of say-so. Can there be a suspicious amount of say-so? Peak comedy? Me? And so as I was writing this novel, I sometimes, you know, I told you guys, or at least I think Sin was there when I was talking about it. I always went to the library when I was in high school. I always went to the library during lunch. Like oftentimes I would skip lunch until I had a friend who really did not like me skipping lunch. I would always be at the library. And so in the mornings, I would have to wait outside of the library until it opens so that I can get a library pass to be there during lunch. Cause before you guys are like, she's such a nerd, which I am, I didn't have internet at home. I went to the library to use internet. And I had this novel, right? So sometimes I would have the next chapter on like a USB drive. Because again, I didn't have internet at home. I couldn't just like email it to myself. And so I would have it on like a USB drive, and I would bring it into the library to upload the next chapter. But sometimes, nobody want a PG VTuber. PG or PG-13 is probably as spicy as I'll ever get, unless you think a breathing, just straight up breathing ASMR is spicy, which to each their own. But I sometimes would write a chapter during my lunchtime, or at least part of a chapter, and it was a romantic story. And do I want to share this? I will only share this part until I get 5,000 subscribers. It had vampires. Oh my gosh, even saying that maybe. Okay, so so Twilight craze. Maybe not. I mean, vampires, I know Twilight kicked it off, but I think vampires became really popular for like a good 10 years after. And so I would try to write a chapter in the library, and it's a romantic story, right? And this is still the girl who does not have any romantic experiences, and at that age hasn't even had her first kiss yet, hasn't ever been in a relationship, has only like daydreamed about a crush the last time in 8th grade. And so here I am, but like I like daydreaming. So here I am trying to write a romantic story, never having experienced romance myself. And like I'm trying to write out cute little scenes, cute little like kiss scenes, but like I don't know what I'm doing. On top of that, my friends don't know what they're doing either. I had a friend who had her first boyfriend, I want to say it was our junior or senior year of high school, and she told me, and like she didn't even like the guy, but she just really wanted a boyfriend. But he liked her. And so she was telling me about her first kiss, and she was telling me how they scheduled their second kiss and they scheduled their third or fourth kiss, because I would not eat lunch with her because like they were having their lovey-dovey time, and so I did not want to be a part of that, so I stuck to the library, okay? And so she would tell me how she would have lunch with him, and during lunchtime, after they ate, after a certain time, they would kiss. Leanne is folding under zero pressure. I'm telling you, that is the only thing I'm gonna share. That is the only thing I'm gonna share. The only thing I'll ever share, okay? An experience with romance, romantic writers, like half of a pair of a typical romance novel. I can write the oblivious part, you know, like the leading up to the romance part. I can do that part just fine. After they get together, what do I do? And the thing is that I can't flirt to save my life. So I'm trying to have these two characters eventually get together, but like how? So yeah, that was a fun exercise in creativity. Scheduled, yeah. So even as someone with zero experience, I'm like, I don't think that's normal. But at the same time, I didn't want to be judgy. So a part of me is like, I suppose every relationship is different, and maybe some relationships you schedule the quick peck, and sometimes that works for some people. I think they broke up after 2 weeks, but like you know what? It was her first relationship, and she didn't actually even like the guy. So, and then she found out I think years later, that she's not straight. Actually, I don't know if she ever had I don't know if she ever labeled herself, but I think she likes the people that like her. Not a specific gender, but she likes the people who like her. I would have judged her. I low-key probably did a little bit. I think I tried to backtrack, going like, maybe people are different. Different things work for different people. But also, I was like, that's very interesting. It'd be normal in some animes, but yeah. Right, like, I feel like it could be cute, but as her friend, I'm like, huh? This hasn't been in anything I've read before. I don't think this is normal. But normal is subjective as long as they're happy. Although I don't think they were happy. I think she was happy to have the experience. I don't think she liked the guy enough to be like happy though. But also it helped her with her boy craze, because I think she always actively had at least 3 crushes. But I can't judge her because I always actively had 10 fictional character crushes. Oh, it was so bad. She would be talking about the real people in her class. She's like, oh, there's this guy in my math class. He talks to me and he blah blah blah. And I'm like, do you know this character will destroy the world for his loved one? For the main character, he would destroy the world. That was how our conversations were. Okay, but did you ever finish your writing? No. I think it was because I also was starting college applications, so I didn't. And the thing was that the first, I can't remember how many chapters I ended up writing. Probably 20, 30 chapters. I want to say the first 20, 25 chapters was setting the scene and the fluff, the cute giggle, kick your feet, you can't help but smile type of fluff, right? Not just with her and the male lead, but with just the situation with her friends and everything. And I say that even as the author, not a good novelist either. I don't even want to call myself that, because I had people commenting to me going I could not stop smiling during the whole chapter. And so I got past that stage, and I was finally getting into the meat and potatoes of the story. It all changed at this one point where the plot really started to click in, and it was a huge 30 chapters of fluff instead of hopefully not FF remake length in those chapters. Okay, maybe not that length, not chapter 17 length, not 8-hour stream length. But okay, so nowhere near that length. But it was a decent amount of chapters, and then there was a big plot twist that actually began the storyline. I did like 5 chapters of that, and then I went MIA. and then high school started kicking my butt, and then after that, like, once there's a certain part in high school where it started getting really darn difficult for me, that like it never eased off until college. But then once I started college, it was so much of trying to figure out the things I needed to do and like experiencing college life, dorm life and whatnot, that I honestly completely forgot about it in its entirety. Like every few years I'll think about it and like cringe to myself, but like that's it. So once I gave this huge plot twist, which is probably one of the times when I got the most comments coming into me, and by the most comments is like, I'm saying like 5 comments, not like, oh my gosh, there was thousands. Like, I think I only had like a few hundred to like 1,000 readers, so it wasn't that many people. I remembered I dropped that bomb and then I left. So oops, fire about what? About dropping the bomb and then leaving? Maybe I feel a little guilty about that. Pretty voice. Oh, he looks at her, then she looks at him. They lean in, tilt their heads, and suddenly they realize they're on a motorcycle being chased by Shinra. And that's at the 7-hour 30-minute mark, right? And then once they're chased by Shinra, that actually, wait, no. Once they get chased by Shinra, that's another 2 hours right there. Left the readers on a cliffhanger for that. Yeah, I didn't think about it much back then, but now thinking about it, I'd be so pissed. There's been so many times where like I'm reading a novel and either A, it stops getting translated, or like a manhwa that's like doing so well with such pretty art and like a really strong plot, and then all of a sudden they nerf it because it's not popular enough. And so then what they end up doing is like they try to tie everything up. It'd be like right in the beginning of the plot line, and then they try to like tie everything up in like 5 chapters, and like, but the art is beautiful, but then like the ending is crap, and you get like, I give myself high blood pressure, I give myself heartburn thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what, maybe that's karma. Maybe I brought that upon myself because I did that to people. Oh, that reminds me, I also left off on a cliffhanger after 90 chapters. What was your story? What was your title? Is it still up? Are there still readers? I want to know. Was it, what type? Okay, if you don't want to share, at least what genre was it? Was it horror, romance, like mystery? What was it? I hate when manga and manhwa get acts like that. Right, especially like oftentimes around the 30-40 chapter mark is when like it gets really good, but then like that's usually when I find out about the manhwa, and so like I can't wait chapter by chapter. I just don't have it in me, so what I do is I let it stew, I let it sit for a while, and then a couple of years later I remember about it, and then I go back, and the amount of times where they axe a manhwa that way, so many times to count. It's still up and several thousands of readers. Care to share? Would you want to tell us what that is? Huh? And so I was like, oh, if I ever would want to write a novel again, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I would ever, because I've seen some people like read their stuff online like during stream, but another point is like I might want to be like 100% like under the wraps. Like if I'm so embarrassed by something I wrote so long ago, like if I share something new here and then a year later I just want to bury this channel, like I don't want to do that either, you know? I'll share if you share now. I refuse. Even just telling you that one little snippet about like what type of characters are in there was enough for me to want to hide. For me to want to dig a hole and just hide in there for a while. You have no idea how much it took for me to recover after saying it. I can't even repeat it. I can't even say it again because I'm cringing. I can't do it. Oh, so a little heads up about what will end up happening. What time is it? What time is it? It's already 9:21. Hugs. Thank you, I need it. About what is going to happen in August. So I do have some time off in August. So you know how I alternate hard week to easy week. So I am gonna have a lot more downtime in August than I'm going to have now. Or in the past, like, I don't know, since I started streaming in April. Pat. Stop reminding me. my mind went off of that stage of my life, and then you said pat, and all of a sudden I remembered the Chuny stage all over again. So in August I might be able to be a little bit more present here and there, a little bit more consistently throughout that month, and afterwards then I'll go back to my schedule of hard and easy, hard then easy. Because of my trip in August, there's going to be some time that I will not be here. I might kind of just drop off the face of the plant a little bit. Although I guess that kind of happens sometimes at work too. But hopefully when I come back, I can show you guys some pictures, or maybe not right away after I came back, so people don't know who I might have been. But I kind of want to, I'll at least, you know what I'm going to do? I'm at least going to show some food pictures. I am not always the best at taking pictures of where I go or like specific things on my trips, but the one thing I am really good at is always taking pictures of my food. I'm one of those people. I'll get to be fueled up on Miss Land before I leave for training. Sounds great. Oh, do you leave after that in September then? Oh, dang. So it's going to be around September and October that you're going to be gone? That's a lot of... It's still kind of warm then, no? Although I guess by October it'll cool off a little bit. Same what? Oh, vacation? You're gonna go on vacation too? I always take pics of my food. Oh, and the thing is that like later on when I go, when I need to like download more stuff on my phone, I had to free up space. Like the pictures that I have the hardest time getting rid of are my food pictures. I can't, it's just like if I see it again, I get a little bit more boost of some serotonin, and it's kind of nice, not gonna lie. And like it makes me want to travel. Like I was looking at some old pictures I had the other day of when I went like cafe hopping in Korea, because like their cafes always have really good desserts. So I always get a little hungry. It always boosts my mood looking at the pictures though. Yeah, I'll be gone late August, yeah, so I don't need sleep. If you're around, 4 hours is enough to chug through 12 hours. Well, you know yourself best. Whatever you think you need, do it. Try to not be too tired at work. Sleep however much you need. And that was the main thing I wanted to say. Oh, and for people, there are people that are newer watching, just FYI with my schedule, I alternate hard weeks and easy weeks at work. Easy weeks are when I am able to schedule streams and actually like give you guys a schedule. That's why if you look through my YouTube, my post, every other week I upload a schedule. So that's usually on my easier week at work. That is when I can isekai back to this world with you guys. I can isekai back to this cafe and defrost my frozen fingers. But on my hard weeks, it ends up being margarilla streams like what I am doing today, where I just give you guys a heads up sometime in my afternoon or late afternoon that I'm going to be streaming at 7:30 at night. So I don't know when the next time I'll see you guys is. But ooh, actually, I had a question. So, do you guys listen to Vocaloid songs? Cause is there a Vocaloid song that you guys like that is on the more slow, chill side? Cause I'm like, ooh, if I ever, and I can't sing. I'll preface this. I'm not creative, I can't sing at all, but is there a song that you're like, ooh, I think your voice might suit that? Let me know. I've been looking into things a little bit. I don't know if I have the speed of that. I can't. Although, oh my gosh, how does it go? That's the one, right? I don't know if I can sing in Japanese that fast. My god. Although I think my voice might actually be high enough for it. It's just your eardrums might suffer a little bit when I go really high. Just saying it. But I had a phase of putting that song on repeat, like all versions of that song on repeat. I had like the instrumental version, like there was like a violin instrumental version. Like I had so many versions of it for my playlist when I was studying. Yeah, like the version that's slow and melancholic. There's a slow and melancholic version. I always ever hear like, I think it's like the classic version that's like like I always feel like it's that fast. Like maybe I was over exaggerating, but like I had such a phase with that song. Regret Message, also pretty good. Okay, I'll look into that then. Don't expect much from me. Just saying cute. You're saying I'm cute again. You're gonna make me so narcissistic. Cause then I'm gonna be like, yep. Even before you say I'm cute, I'm gonna just say hello. This is your cute, lazy villainess coming to see you again. Oh wait, no. Sorry, this is your cute, lazy fruit vendor again. There is a slow version. It's one of my favorites to listen to while driving. Makes me sleepy. I have back then when I had like school or like I found it really, really hard to get up from sleep. Or especially, actually, no, it wasn't school. Well, kind of school. Our school didn't like force attendance, like after high school, right? It didn't force attendance. So sometimes I would just roll around in bed a lot. And it wasn't like I had to go to something or like I was scheduled to do something. And so I'm like, if I get out of bed, I'm gonna have to start on my schoolwork, and I didn't want to. And so I would just roll. I was toasting myself. Actually, no, I was like a rotisserie chicken. I would roll over on one side, get a little toasted, roll on the other side, get a little toasted over there. And so I had a playlist of like upbeat songs to hype myself enough to get out of bed. Help, villainous. This villainess is now a fruit vendor. She has 9 coconuts. Actually, no, there's only like 3 coconuts left. But she originally had 9 coconuts, 18 mangoes, and like 9 to 12 dragon fruit, and still a watermelon. I need to cut into that watermelon until it before it goes bad. No coconuts. Why? You don't like coconuts? I don't like, like coconut desserts. I'm not a big fan of like coconut milk. Like I can tolerate it enough, but like coconut, like the shavings, like the thin dry shavings, hate that. Share some watermelon. That one I won't share. It's too good. Actually, wait, no, I don't know if it's good or not. You know how there's some cocomelon, some watermelon that like it tastes and like the texture is closer to a cucumber than it is a watermelon. Like that's my sister. She's so bad at picking watermelon that I'm like, you bought a huge cucumber again. But her hubby is so good at choosing watermelon. So I'm always like, why did you buy it? Why did you buy the watermelon when your hubby could have bought it? It hurts my head. Wait, when you eat coconuts, it hurts your head? Oh, Speaking of coconuts, so the reason why I bought a whole box of coconuts, because like my mom back then when I lived back home, eons ago, whenever I lived at home, like during the summertime, to like cool us kiddos off, she would buy a young Thai coconut. So that's the one in the grocery store that looks like all white, like the outside, like the husk part is white, and then she'll just use like the sharp pointy end of a cleaver and just hack into the coconut and then pop it open for her kiddos and just pop in a straw. And it was always so good, so refreshing, right? But I'm scared of sharp objects. Did I ever tell you guys that I didn't learn how to like really cook until like maybe high school? And I wouldn't even say learn how to. It was me hiding that I was kind of cooking, and by cooking I mean like heating up like water, like boiling water for a ramen, like just using a pot for ramen. I would have to hide from my parents to do that until my mom's like, I suppose it's okay. Let alone my sister, she knew how to cook from like a very young age, but being the baby of the house, my sister didn't let me do it either. Like they didn't even really let me use a toaster until like I was around high school. And even in high school, when I used the toaster, they're like, remember, careful, don't burn yourselves, be really careful, casually juggle sharp objects. And the thing is that a sharp knife is actually safer than a dull knife, because with a dull knife you can't really control when you're trying to like hack away at something to cut at something, right? Versus with a sharp knife, if it cuts when you want it to cut, you have a lot more control. And so there was one time my sister's like, this knife is so sharp, I'm not gonna let you use it. But anyways, so my mom would use a cleaver, but me being not very comfortable with sharp objects like knives, I ended up never buying a coconut on my own because I was too scared of ever using a cleaver like that. Because it's not just like you have to like throw your hand back a little bit, aim for where you want it to hit, and then go whack. Right? It's not like a simple sawing back and forth, right? And so I was too scared, but I saw this device, this thing that has a mallet. And so now I have a mallet. So if you guys annoy me enough, I'm gonna go bonking, okay? And we all know your aim is -100. I can't even defend myself. Yeah. So there's this little device thing. I think if you just like, and I think it's on Amazon as well, like the Asian grocery site that I went on, it's like $7 or $8. On Amazon it's like 20, 30, 40 bucks. I don't understand. But so one of the pieces is a straight up like rubber mallet. Is it a rubber mallet? I think the outside part is rubber. And so one of it is a mallet, and the other part, like one of the handle part looks like a hammer or a mallet, and then there's like the circular part with like an opening. So like almost like a cylinder-ish, like a 1-inch cylinder. Both ends are open. One is just a bigger opening than the other end that has the opening, and one of the ends is sharp. And so you put that little cylinder part on top of the coconut, and you use the mallet and you hammer it in. Good thing is that I've been stressed at work, so I've been hammering it in. So I've been drinking coconut juice every single day. And I'm like, okay, it's like my mind and my body is telling me I need to go on a tropical vacation. I'm needing to go to the beach, but since I can't do that, I'll just hammer a coconut instead and drink some coconut water instead. And like I was telling my friend how I had 9 coconuts. She told me she went home and it was at nighttime, she was in bed, and she started just giggling to herself because she's imagining me, this petite person. And she's like, I imagined you with like 12 coconuts. I'm like, nah, it's not 12, it's 9. I only had 9. I only ever started off with 9 coconuts, okay? She's like, oh, okay, 9. And I was giggling to myself. My husband was like, what are you laughing about? She's like, oh, just Leanne and her 9 coconuts. because they are quite the foodies as well, and so we've been in talks of doing a trip. Ooh, we might be going to Japan next November or December time, and I'm trying to get them to go to Taiwan as well, because like my last trip to Taiwan was cut so short. Gonna aim to bonk you and you'll hit the air. I can try again and again and again until I hit someone or something, okay? It eventually works out. And so because they're such foodies, and like, you know how like when you have travel companions, you need to kind of have similar tastes, because otherwise it'd be like, oh, they're forcing me to go to XYZ and spend money on this, and it's such a waste of my time. Because like, even if you kind of go back and forth of like, okay, we'll do a thing that you want and a thing that I want, like if your tastes are so different, it makes traveling really difficult, right? Like I had a friend who did not care about food at all, and you guys know me, I travel for food, I live for food, okay? And so it made traveling a lot more difficult. So with us in talks of doing a trip together next year and her listing off all my fruits and me hoarding my coconuts, her hobby is like, she'll fit right in with us. Coconuts are totally not a metaphor for something else. Like what? It's all about the food. It is always about the food. Okay, so how I end up, I plan my trips, especially when I go abroad. I hate planning. I'll put that out there. Being the younger sister and doing my first international trip, like mine is outside of like my quick little 1-month study abroad program. Outside of that, my major international trips have always been with my sister, for the first like year or two. My sister is a type A planner. She knows how to navigate anything and everything. She will go through and look through all the museums and see if there's a museum that we would like. She would go through all the food places. She will do her thorough research down to the dot of like, this is the exact train that we would be taking, right? And so after she has a hubby and kiddo zone, I'm doing my international traveling on my own or with a friend. I can't trust a friend, and so then I have to go all type A with an Excel sheet that says I'm gonna sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. But one of the things I really like to do is, especially for international trips, I'll have a Google map saved, and I will pin all the places that I want color-coded by whether it is an attraction or if it's food or where our hotel is. If we haven't booked a hotel yet, then it'd just be different colors, just so I can see what hotel I would want to stay at. Gotta hire a travel agent to plan it all out for you. But it's free when I do it on my own. Because trust me, I don't know if I don't enjoy it. And so when I do my little pins on this map, the pins that are the most important are the food pins. I will schedule the attractions around all the food pins. So I'm like, if there are X amount of attractions there, I can have a meal there, go to this attraction, be hungry enough to get a snack, go to this attraction, then be hungry for a meal. See, you're learning how fun the planning is. It's not about fun. It's about being able to eat all the things I want to eat. And I want to eat a lot. And so there's this one time, oh my gosh, because like we were hitting around like 28,000 steps every single day, and her hubby was just getting real tired of it, right? And so there was one day, I think it was like 3 or 4 p.m., and he's like, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go back to the Airbnb. And like, it's not like he was sleepy, he just wanted to lay down and scroll on the phone. But like, I spent so much money to be in a different country, breathing this country's air, eating this country's food. So I'm like, okay, I'll drop you guys off, because at that time I don't think I trusted them to be able to get back to our Airbnb yet. And so I dropped them off, and then I started going to my my food pin spots, and I was at least nice enough to at least bring back one of the desserts. Ooh, do I have it? Do I have a picture of the dessert? It was like this puff pastry thing. That had like custard in the middle of the layers, and there was also fruit too. Or did I delete it all? Let me see if I actually still have it. No, I think I actually deleted it, at least from my drive. Let me double check actually. Oh, actually, wait now. I might have some. Do you guys want to see? This was like a year and a half ago though. So I don't know if you guys really care to see about an old photo of food. Do I? Oh, I do. Oh no, this is a different one, but like, you want to see? Okay. Let me see if I can. Is this a good picture? It was such a cute place too. Okay. Let me see if I can download it. Okay, let me download this one, and then let me just show off some of the desserts that I had there, because there was a few that I really liked. And I was going around hunting for a fruit parfait the whole entire time, like an ice cream fruit parfait the whole time, and I never ended up getting like a good one. I was so sad, but then I'm like, okay, they don't care about food, so I guess I can't really say much. How am I gonna do this? Give me 1 second. You guys, or at least some of you have already seen my hand, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me hide that, and then let me put up the other one. This one. Okay, let me resize it. This was, I'm pretty sure it was in Tokyo. Why is it so big? It was in such a cute spot, or like the inside of it was super cute, and I think I've already had a cup of coffee that day, so the drink that you're seeing, getting out to the basement, and you're gonna be happy there, and you're gonna be exactly where you want to be, right? So that drink was a milk coffee, and I can't remember what this was, but it was like a tart with a custard, and the strawberries were so good, so fresh, and it was so sweet. And then like the whipped cream, like sometimes I'm not a big fan of like whipped cream, but like that was also so nice, airy and fluffy. I ate the whole thing on my own, like the whole gosh darn thing on my own. It was so yummy. Let me get rid of this one. Looks really good, yeah. And like, it was such a cute place too. I can't remember the name of it. If you guys actually do want to know, I'll look back into what the name of it was. Okay, let me get rid of this picture, and then, oh no, that's not what I was supposed to do. Wasn't that la? And then this one, let me resize this too. This one was also really yummy. And you're back in the basement. This one was so good too. Actually, I think there's like part of the name in there. I think it was like Grenier or something like that. It was so good. So the outside is this puff pastry. I can't remember if it was kind of like sweet on the outside, like a little sugar glaze. I can't remember if that was the case. It kind of looks like it. But then on the inside was custard, like the perfect sweetness as well, like an eggy custard, and then a little bit of whipped cream. So mine, so that's my hand there. The one with the grape is mine because I wanted something fruity, but my friend got a chestnut one, and so she said hers was really good too. But like, I love fruits and dessert, and it was also a really cute bakery. So whenever I go places, like I like to go cafe hopping. I like going bakery hopping. Like, it's just so yummy. Food in other countries can be so wildly different, even with exactly the same thing, right? Even I feel like even with like same recipes, person to person, you can have such different tastes, right? Because like if they're like, a pinch of salt, if someone likes things a little saltier, their pinch is gonna be a heavier pinch than someone else's pinch. So like, unless you go by exact grams, and if you to, like, even grams can be a little bit difficult too, because like most scales don't go by the 0.0001, right? It's not that accurate. And so this was so good. And like something about like French or Italian food in Japan is really good. Like, I have never been to France or Italy, and so I really want to go. It's just, I don't know if I would feel safe going to France or Italy on my own, which is why I haven't gone yet. But like, it's so good in Japan, and like their sweetness levels is, for me, like perfect. Want to eat those grapes? It was so good. I think there was only like literally like 3 grapes. The 3 grapes you see were the 3 grapes they gave me, but it was so good. But anywho, you know what? I always talk about food, so I'm like, okay, for once, I should at least share a food that I had eaten. Darn it! Now I want something sweet. Now I be kind of peckish. That ceiling really gives trapped and forced to eat good food. Is it really trapped and forced though? Then, if it's good food, is it really trapped and forced? Cake. Did I have any? Ooh. Japanese shortcake, that's one of my favorite cakes. Do I have any pictures of that? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do, not at least on my Google Drive. Let me see. I had this parfait that was just meh, and this waffle that's just meh. This ramen, was this ramen good? I can't remember. Let me see. Oh no, that ramen was just meh too. I only want to show you guys good food. And there's always such good food. I think that's the thing for me, because I do like Japanese food, and so it always makes me want to go back for the food. Oh, and then you know I don't know if you guys are like, I'm guessing you guys aren't Disney folks. Or at least, I don't know what makes me think that way, but I have a feeling you guys aren't Disney folks. But what's it called? Disney Sea is pretty popular even amongst people who don't care for Disney. And this right here. Right now I'm gonna trap you guys in a cup. Instead of a basement, you got downgraded into a cup instead. This is one of them. It's one of the ones that people always talk about when they go to Tokyo Disney. Or go to Disney Sea. It was so good. One was custard, the other was chocolate, and the other one was strawberry. Not the cup. Oh, that's cute. Right. And it was so tasty because obviously Japan makes yummy mochi. And so even my friend, who I don't think she's had mochi before, she had this and she really, really liked it too. I am quite fond of custard in general. And so I really like the custard. So I think I ranked it like custard. Can't remember if I liked the strawberry more or the chocolate more. I think I might have liked the chocolate more than the strawberry though. But that was also really good. And part of me had wanted 2, but then we didn't have time to go back. And so it was just the 1. And ooh, wait, I keep on showing you whatchamacallit? I keep on showing you just the sweet stuff. So maybe I look into something salty. Okay, maybe I'll show you a couple things salty, and then we call it a day. Like one more picture, or a couple more pictures. This was so good. Oh wait, but I think some of you actually don't like whatchamacallit? You don't like raw fish, right? You don't like raw sushi. The Toy Story aliens, of all things, they were so yummy. They were so yummy. Okay, this one. And then wait, let me pull up another one too. I wasn't planning on talking about food this much, but then I guess I never planned to, huh? This was so good. This was at a ryokan, at a hot springs bath. After I saw my friend naked a few times for the first time. So they have, what's it called? I think they're called kaiseki, where it's like multiple courses. And this, like their presentation was also so pretty, so yummy. Yeah, and like the presentation was so nice too. So that was really good. I think we had some wagyu, but honestly, their wagyu, the cut that they had at this Ryokan was not good. Like it was just fat. Like it's not just like good marbled meat. It was just like a hunk of fat. You never plan to, but that's part of who you are, so it's gonna happen. Love it. I'm glad you love it because you gotta have to deal with it. And then okay, last picture. I was supposed to cut off stream like 20 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. What happened? This was a Chiraishibo. By the way, I don't speak Japanese, so I'm probably like butchering the crap out of all these. But this was close to that ryokan, and it was a ryokan that was close enough to Fuji. Like it wasn't in like Fuji area. It was like a lake near Mount Fuji, and from that ryokan, from that hot springs, if the conditions were right, you can see Mount Fuji. And so we were really hungry, and we weren't in the, they are almost never in the mood to look at food reviews, so we just plopped down at a place to eat, and we went to this place, and it was so good. Food is now the motorcycle chase of just chatting. I can't help it. I started talking a little bit about food, and then it got me hungrier, and then it got me wanting to talk about more and more about food. The presentation is so pretty for each dish, right? Just looking at it makes me think I'd definitely be willing to eat some. Do you have like an EpiPen available? Do we, at that point, do you need like a epi drip? like you can't even do like imitation crab. Cause imitation crab is made out of fish. I don't think you survive that, would you? So that was so yummy. So like I want to do, if I do end up going to Japan again, I do want to do another kaiseki. Because the presentation, the food, and like it's little bits of things, but somehow you get really full out of all of them. Okay. Let me get rid of these before I forget. Cause I know I will. Okay. Pretty food, yeah, oh so pretty. Next phase, one more entree, don't. You're joking, but you realize, or do you realize, you're enabling me? You're 100% enabling me. I'm looking at other photos. Oh, let me see. Oh, this one was cute. It wasn't the best parfait. I was still needing some more, but now all of a sudden 3 more photos. I need to go to bed. And sorry, I'm being kind of extra scuffy because I wasn't planning on doing this. Otherwise, I would have uploaded these pictures and resized them in advance. but you got me. You got me. Here, since we talked about a few entrees, here's a parfait. Oh, this was at Kira Sushi, and because my friends were like, "Oh, you've been looking for a parfait this whole time. This sushi place has some. You might as well get one too." If I smelled it, I know not to touch it unless it looks really good. Then I'd risk it for the fun. I don't think your travel companions would find it fun. What more food are we looking at right now? It's a parfait. I've been watching those Japanese food YouTube shorts. I get so hooked onto those. It's so bad. Like when I I think my YouTube rap said something along with like either something about food or like about traveling. Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing, but yeah, just joking. I need to go to bed. So I think this is kind of like a vanilla soft serve with like I can't remember if it was like a grape or like a oh my gosh, not Concord. Was it Concord grapes? No, currant. Currant. I think that might have been the compote or jam part of it. The whipped cream I was not a fan of, and then some really yummy grapes there. So I have that one that was really tasty, and then so that is, I think this is a Wagyu one. Oh my gosh, it was so expensive too because we went to places that were, whatchamacallit, like tourist traps. but my friend and her hubby, so that's her hubby right there, bought some some wagyu, and then they're like, have some, and I did, and it was like the melt in your mouth kind. Like, it's not like a thick cut, it's just a thin cut. But darn was it good. Darn was it so good with just like a whatchamacallit, like a little sprinkle of salt, and it was so good. Hand, not my hand. Not that one, at least. The previous ones, I think with the pastry was my hand. Wow, the parfait looks so pretty it was. Their presentation for everything is always so like spot on. It's fine, I'm always alone, so it's all on me. That scares me more. Can you administer 10 EpiPens back to back to back? You watch those every day. Are you a foodie too then? Ah, meat. Right, I think, am I a meat girl? See, that's the thing, like my friend is like, you're definitely a sweets girl. And she's like, I'm a salty girl. I'm like, no, I think I'm just a fatty girl. Because I like them all. I think the thing for me though is that if there's like, you know, after you eat something, like if it's like something super super sweet, like that aftertaste or that lingering in my mouth, I don't like it. I have to get rid of it, so I have to eat something salty afterwards. Unless it's fruit. If it's fruit, I can eat as much fruit as I want and it's perfectly fine. But I do like sweets and salty, so that was the wagyu. And again, it wasn't like the fancy one either. It was a thinner cut of it. And then, which one was this one? This one was a chicken ramen. This one, I think I got it in, I think it was in Ginza in Tokyo. So like the fancy part of Tokyo. Although it wasn't that expensive. Oh no, I moved you guys instead. Ah! Sorry, I hope I didn't give you guys motion sickness. Okay. Ooh, oh no. How do I rotate? Let me rotate this way. Oh no, it's backwards. And then just one more time. Oh, there. This was a like chicken. I feel like chicken broth or like chicken ramen isn't like the most popular in like the places I've been to, or maybe like it's not really popular online, but there's this place that was pretty popular in Ginza. So you have some like extra, I think I ordered for some extra veg because I didn't realize it came with some veg, but like the broth was like the chickeniest of all chicken, and it was like a thicker broth, and it was like a rich thick creamy broth, and it was so good. Like I still think about it every now and then, till this day. It was so good. I want ramen again, and like dipping ramen. Oh, dipping ramen is so good too. Okay, I almost deleted you guys instead of the picture. I'm like, food stays, you guys can go. Manhandled. Nah, it's just love. Tough, rough love. I don't have an EpiPen. Honestly, I don't have a lot of, actually, I don't really have any allergies, so I don't know how expensive EpiPens are. Are they expensive? Let me see. Cause, oh my gosh, what's it called? There's like, websites that you can get a, whatchamacallit? Oh my god, even with a coupon, I mean without insurance, but with a coupon it could be like 180 bucks. Gotta love America. Okay. You should get an EpiPen. If I flatline, I flatline. Even if you don't have a travel companion, I think the strangers around you would be VV concerned. So let's not flatline. Especially if you're on a plane. Don't flatline there either. Okay, I gotta go. I need to go. I'm gonna go before it hits the 2 hour 30 minute. It's already 10 o'clock. I was supposed to be gone at like 9:30. Who am I blaming this on? I think I can for sure blame it on Sin and Urban and Conniving. I think I can blame it on all three of y'all. All of y'all. Is the reason why I'm still here. But thank you in all seriousness. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for chatting with me. Me, I'm innocent out of all people, you. Out of everyone, you. So when did innocence end up with a new definition? Did the Oxford Dictionary decide to put something else out that I didn't realize? But thank you. Good night to you guys as well. It is Friday. I don't know how Monday is going to go, and honestly the next couple of days are kind of up in the air as well. So at most I might be able to stream maybe on Monday and maybe another day between now and then. No guarantees though. And like what I did this time around, I will give a quick post about whether I'm gonna stream or not. Oh, so I've been mainly posting it onto YouTube because I don't want to spam people everywhere. But like, do you guys ever check Twitter? Like, do you guys prefer there, or do you prefer YouTube posts? But like, you guys watch me on YouTube, so I'm like, I might as well just post it on YouTube instead. If you ever have a preference, though, let me know. I don't know if it's enough for me to actually put up a poll. Hope to see 7 Remake soon for sure. That is the first thing I'm gonna stream next week. Not on Monday, because Monday I probably will get out late. But next week, the first thing I'm going to stream is friggin' finish 7 Remake. I think I'm hoping to finish it just in one stream. It's gonna be the finale. I hope I don't have to do the finale part 1, part 2, part 3. Because that's ridiculous. And so I'm hoping to do that for just one day. But kind of just, I'm worried about what happened last week, how I only planned to stream it for like a certain amount of days, and then I didn't plan enough days for it, that I had to make, like, I was trying to do a gorilla stream and then my internet went out. And so on the schedule, it'll probably say like Final Fantasy, and then the second one, the second one will probably say like Final Fantasy / something else. And that's not because I want to do something else. It's just if in case I didn't finish it, there is a lot of time for it. I'm here for you, start to finish, so if anything, it's all on you. You're gonna blame me? But I'm always innocent. It's not me, I swear. I always have the best of intentions. It's not my fault. Or maybe it is. Or maybe it is. You know, every now and then, I don't use my toggles very often, so every now and then I'm like, how dramatic can I end up being? I don't use Twitter, so I check YouTube, but let us know when the Discord is up. Don't hold your breath on it. I need to have like a super innocent toggle face, like, yeah, yes, it'll happen. Yeah, sus tears, but awesome acting. I'm not acting. It's because I am innocent. I'm crying tears of innocence. It's not acting, I swear. I used Twitter with a D like past tense, nearly wavered. What do you mean? What do you mean you wavered? You mean you don't trust me? But I thought I was trustful. I thought you guys trusted me. Okay, I need to leave. I need to go. I think I'm one more thing, and then I'll go. Okay, so you know how like when you have like a really, really tiring, whether it's school, work, something really stressful, and then you go home and you want to turn off your brain, and you only have a certain lot of time for entertainment, and so you're trying to suck up all that entertainment, because after you fall asleep, because you're not awake when you're asleep, when you wake up, you go straight to work, so then you want to be awake for a little bit longer, click on one more thing, watch one more video. I'm there right now. Maybe that's why I don't want to go to bed, and that's why I won't stop streaming. No, I got it. She's gonna get head pass and scrunches. I'm gonna go before you guys end up treating me like a kitten or a dog. I'm a grown woman. But for the Discord, don't hold your breath on it. It will happen, but I will not confirm or deny when it'll happen. You gotta go. I will. Okay, bye. Oh, actually, just one more thing. So I slides her hand and pushes her to bed. Let's go, okay, no time for bed. So one more thing. So I think I've said this before, but whenever I get off the phone with my sister, actually not just my sister, my family in general, I have this thing of I always go, "Mwah, love you, bye." All the time, every time. I've done it for years. I've done it since like leaving home for for college, right? And my philosophy is that I don't want to unexpectedly die somehow in a car accident somehow, and for some reason on my deathbed go like, oh, I wish they knew I love them. I wish they knew. I'm like, why am I wishing for them to know? They should just know, right? And like, rather than just actions, I'm gonna freaking tell them. So every single time I say goodbye, I'll say, bye, love you, mwah, right? Something along those lines. And so, it's a habit for a long time. And, if I end stream accidentally that way, it's not on purpose. It's a built-in habit of that's how I say bye to people. Pets, that's very sweet of you. Oh, thank you. But it's such a built-in habit for so long at this point that if I am not thinking about it, if I'm not using at least a brain cell about it, I might do it. So if I do it to you guys, no parasocial. So I don't mean it in a parasocial way. I'm not gonna do like what's it called? GFE, the girlfriend experience thing. I'm not doing that. It's just I do that to my mom and my dad, okay? I do that to the little munchkins, okay? Okay, but now I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go. I should really go. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Toodaloo. Very sweet. We know you're running on no brain cells. Love you too. But now off to bed. Good night, good night. Sweet dreams. Hopefully you dream about the yummiest of things, of yummy food, not about work, about grapes and parfaits, and oh no, I'm dragging this on again. Good night, bye! But like, what if? Don't go interacting with me. I'll come back. I'll come back. Bye. Good night. And what if I need the dopamine stance guard at door to make sure she doesn't sneak out?